super easy and packed full of protein, so it'll get you through your day and make you feel energized and good about yourself. There really isn't that many ingredients to this chili, and it really doesn't take that long to cook. The nice thing about it is it makes a big batch, so I'm able to put it into some jars and save it for a couple of days to eat for lunch or dinner when I'm gonna rush from school to work. If you have children, perfect to throw into the lunches. And if you're a college student on a budget, this recipe is a go-to. Okay, so for this recipe, you're gonna need 2 medium sweet potatoes, diced and peeled, 1/2 cup of lentils, I'm using green ones, 1 cup of quinoa, 1 medium onion diced, 1 cup of kidney beans. I bought these kidney beans in the bulk food section at the co-op, and what's really nice about this is not only am I not producing any waste by buying the ones in the aluminum can, but I'm saving a lot of money. I think like for a pound of beans it was like $3, and for a can of beans it was like $2.50, so I get a whole pound of beans for pretty much the same price as I would just get a can. With these, you have to do a little more prep work, so I let these sit overnight and then I put them on the stove for 1.5 hours to 2 hours until they are tender enough to smash with a fork. If you don't have time at home to wait around for 1.5 hours to 2 hours, you can actually cook these in a crock pot. So just look up the directions for that, and you can go to work and come home and have cooked beans for you. You're also going to need 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of celery salt. You're also going to need just a little bit of olive oil. This is in a maple syrup container, but it's not maple syrup. It used to be maple syrup, and I got the olive oil from the bulk food section at the co-op. I will post a video later this weekend telling you about all the things you can buy in the bulk food section, and I promise you'll be surprised. Not only is it cheaper, but you eliminate the waste. So let's get started. So you're going to start out by putting your olive oil, onions, spices, and sweet potatoes into a pot, and you're going to cover and cook for about 5 minutes until your onions are tender and translucent. It is smelling delicious, so after your onions have cooked down, you're going to add 3 cups of vegetable broth. And you're going to put it on a medium-high heat till it starts to boil. And then when it reaches the boiling point, you're going to turn it back down to medium heat till it starts to simmer. So, as I was making this chili, I remember that I had a can of corn in my cupboard. And I wanted to use it instead of it go to waste. So here's the corn. And here's the aluminum can that it came in. So there has been some waste created in the production of this chili, and here it is. This is the only waste that has been produced. This, however, will go into the recycling bin, so at least that's good. And on a positive note, this corn could have been, I could have added to the recipe without creating any waste by getting some at the produce section in the local grocery store or down at the farmer's market. So it still is possible to create a zero waste chili. I just wanted to be honest with you guys and let you know that I did create some waste, because the whole transition into a zero waste lifestyle doesn't happen overnight, and you have to ease your way into it. That way it's an enjoyable experience. We're all learning. I'm learning. And yeah, so don't be so hard on yourself. Just start small, and you can start small by bringing your own reusable bag to the grocery store and starting to buy food in bulk, even though maybe it's not all of your food, maybe just beans and rice. Little things like that. Bringing reusable utensils places, getting a reusable water bottle. These are all very small actions that make a big difference. And yeah, so let's get back to the cooking, and yeah, back to the cooking. So in goes my corn, quinoa, kidney beans. Oh, sorry, that was lentils before, not quinoa. And now in goes the quinoa. And give it a stir and cook for about 30 minutes. Last but not least, I'm going to add that last cup of vegetable broth. So you're gonna let the chili cook for about 45 minutes actually instead of 30, just so that the lentils can cook all the way through. I also added a little more water and a couple more seasonings, so I will put that in the description below. So here is the finishing product, a beautiful, easy chili, packed full of protein. Nice and warm, very comforting. I topped mine off with some avocado and chili powder, and now I'm ready to try it. Very good. You guys should definitely make this. Please subscribe, and I wish you all a loving, beautiful day, and I'll see you next time on A Hippie on a Mission.